Hello and welcome to Agricola, All Creatures Big and Small. This is a board game created, converted for the Android, for iOS, and for Windows. I'm playing the Android version here, but you can play it on any of those devices and it's going to look the same. And it's a pretty close representation or conversion of the actual game. I think I haven't actually played the actual board game. It's also it's a game very similar to the regular Agricola game where you have not just animals but also crops. But in this game you focus solely on the animals, so pigs, cows, horses, and sheep. And by the way, this first episode, I'm just going to have that as a tutorial episode. We're going to go through the tutorial. If you know how to play the game, go ahead and skip ahead to the next episode. Well, if you're still here, let's go ahead and kick off the tutorial. Alright, so here is the tutorial. Let's go through it, and as we go through it, I might point out a few things that they don't mention very much. Welcome to your very own farm. I am Peter, a farmhand. The old farmer is gone, and the farm needs someone clever who can figure out the best way to breed the animals. Please tap the farm symbol in the bottom bar. Okay, so we're here on the left, by the way. This is our farm we're going to see. Yeah, every player, in addition to the actual marketplace, they have also their own board, or every player. It's only a two-player game. So here's our board. This is your farm, which already offers 5 farm spaces for animal breeding, along with a small cottage. You can't quite see the cottage here. It's down in the left-hand corner, but we do have our five farm spaces there, our plots there. In the end, the farmer with the highest population and greatest variety of animals, along with the highest scoring special buildings, wins. Okay, that's pretty self-explanatory. The land is good and well suited to breeding your sheep, pigs, cows, and horses. Your animals want to be kept separate, and each animal needs enough space. And what they mean by that is that you need to have them in their own pen, or you need to have their own fenced-in area or in a stable, something like that. You can't mix the animals in the same enclosure. The other farmer's land is over there, that's down here on the right. This farmer competes with you for resources and animals associated with market fences and special buildings. Fortunately, this opponent does not play against you in the tutorial. Okay, that's going to make it easier for us here. Please tap your opponent's farm button. That's down here. And as you can see, he has the same as we do. 1 cottage and 5 spaces here. Stay on the lookout for your opponent's needs and plan so you can counter them. That's good advice, I think. The most important part of the game takes place in the market square. Your 3 workers perform actions for you here. So that's the ones down here. By the way, the game is played over 8 rounds or turns. They call them both rounds and turns. In each round, we have 3 actions we can perform, and that's represented by the workers here. Tap the market button to switch to the market. So this button here does double duty. You can switch between his farm and the marketplace, and over here you can switch between my farm and the marketplace. Here you can choose between 16 different actions. Tap any action button to learn more about it. When you're done, tap the glowing special building button to proceed. Let's go ahead and do that. First of all, let's tap this one. Well, let's tap that and get out of it. So we can get that out of the way. We can get a good look here at the marketplace. So up in the top left-hand corner, we have a forest. Next to that, there are 2 quarries over here. There are some animals over here, some buildings over here, and in the middle we get a couple of different special places we can visit. So let's go through them here from the top left. Over here we have part of the forest. It's a pretty small part. Every turn 1 piece of wood is made available, and it comes from here and goes into here. As you can see at the beginning of the game, there's 1 piece of wood available. However, if you pick the wood here, you also get the bonus of the starting marker. I currently have it, but if he, over here, our opponent, were to take this one, then I would be going second next time, and that's pretty important. Next to that, we have another wood, a part of the forest, that gives us 3 wood every turn. Well, 3 wood goes into the storage up here, and whoever takes it's going to take however much wood is there. And as you can see here, take all the wood from this space and add it to your supply. And our supply is over here for him and over here for me. To the right of that, we got 2 quarries here. They're identical, except one doesn't produce as much stone as the other. Still useful though, because as turns or rounds go by, you're going to keep on adding up stone here. Eventually, it's going to be pretty good to take the stone. So going down to the bottom right-hand corner here, this is where you get your animals. And that's a little bit different because, well, let's take a look at one of them. Here's one. There's a piece, or there's a reed on there. That's because the game started and there was nothing on this rectangle, this plot here. So we got a reed. However, in any other time, if there's already something here, we get a sheep here. So next turn, if nobody has taken this reed, we get a sheep placed on there, and it keeps going with the sheep. Eventually, it'll be so good that somebody's going to take this here. And same thing with these here. You can see this one here, for instance, pigs and sheep. Take all of the animals from this space and either keep them on your farm or let some or all run away. If you don't have enough room, you got to let them go. And every turn, this field either gets a pig, if it's empty, or a sheep. And same thing down here. So you can see the sheep, it's never the primary one where you get it if it's empty. It is the secondary one on 3 of the 4. The pig is primary here on this one, and then secondary here. And the cow and the horse here, they just show up if there's nothing else there. So it may seem like it's you want to go for sheep all the time. Well, victory points wise, it's easier to get victory points if you have a horse or a cow. So we'll go into that later. To the left, we have a variety of buildings. The one they have highlighted here is the special building. If I click on that now, it's going to kind of leave the screen. I'm not going to click on it. Here, well, we can go up to here. This is the stall. The stall is the first building you would build, and it makes it possible to have more animals in a certain plot. It will cost us 3 stone and 1 reed, so that's why we want to get that reed. There's only 4 of them in the game, so whoever gets that first is going to get them. Down below we have a stable. Stable is an upgraded stall. It costs you 5 wood or 5 stone, and then you upgrade it. Now the benefit of having a stable too is that you get 4 victory points. So you pay 5 wood or 5 stone, turn the stall into a stable, and it can also hold more animals then. A stall can hold 3, a stable can hold 5. A stable is worth 4 victory points, and that's down here. We have negative 12 right now. A stall is only 3. Okay, to the right of that, we have a trough. There are 10 troughs in the game. A trough is something you can place anywhere, and it will double the number of animals you can have, unless it's that plot is empty. There's nothing there, no fence, no building. Then you can have at least 1 animal there without it wandering away. Okay, that's that. There's a special building here. We'll look at that in a second. But these 4 up here are a little bit special. Here, well, let's look over here to the right. This is where you can expand your plots, right? And when you start the game, you only have 5 plus your cottage. You can get 3 more if you take one of these available 4. That's 4 in the whole game. Expansion slots. And every turn, there will also be a fence made available. Right now, there's 1 there. So if you grab this right now, you get 1 expansion slot, which is 3 of the plots, and you get 1 fence. Now the fence, you can only place them when you pick one of these 2 here. So this one here lets you put down a fence piece, and I have 9 of those if I spend 1 wood. So however much wood I have, and however many pieces of, or how many fences I have is how much I can put down. Here it's a little bit different. You can put down 2 fences for free here if you pick this one, but anything above that is going to cost you 2 stone. So it all depends on how much you want to do. And this one here is finally where you can get building materials, they call it. 1 wood, 1 stone, and 1 reed. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the special buildings. Okay, that's this one down here. And if you spend, well, no, this one here. They all cost a different amount of resources. Let's go ahead and take a look at them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 1 of each can be built in a game. Let's take a look at them. Half-timbered house. With this one, you can upgrade your cottage, spend 3 wood, 2 stone, and 1 reed. And now it's a half-timbered house. It can have 1 more animal in there. Normally, a cottage can have 1. Now you can have 2. But it will also give you 5 victory points. That's quite a bit. It's a good thing, I think, to build towards the end of the game. Then we have the storage building, which is, yeah, that can change the game quite a bit. It costs you 2 wood and 1 reed. But anything you have in storage at the end of the game, it will give you half a victory point. And remember how some of those marketplace squares can build up a lot of resources? It might be a good one to try to get. And then down here we have a shelter. A shelter is, again, 1 You can only build it one time, or there's only one in the whole game. So if I build it, he can't build it. You get one animal of your choice, and you can place it in your shelter or elsewhere, and you can have also one animal in the shelter. No victory points though for that one. And was that it? No, open stables as well. That's an option if you want to upgrade your stall, but not into a stable, but to an open stable. Give you 2 victory points instead of the 4 you get for a regular stable. Costs you 3 wood and 3 stone. Does it give you anything else? Yes, when you build the open stables, you take a horse or a cow from the supply, add to your farm right away. But you can also have 5 animals of the same type in the stable, just like a regular stable. And I think that covers the special buildings. On our left is all our current resources. We got the animals up here. We got our resources down here, and then the victory points down there. Let's take a look at the victory points. So it's kind of a busy screen, but we'll look at that in a second. But we get 1 point for every animal. So if we have at least 1 sheep, we get 1 point. 1 pig is 1 point. And then you get points for how many you have. So the way to read this is, right now you get 0 points, you don't have any. And then -3 because you don't have any. So if you had 1, that would give you 1, plus -3 because you still fall into the 0 to 3 category there. And they also talk about here about the other kind of points you can get. If you have a fully filled expansion slot, like 3 more plots, give you 3 extra points at the end of the game. Okay, so our 3 workers are waiting for our order. So let's take a look at that. To place an order, simply drag one of your workers to any free action space. Drag a worker to the 3 wood space to gain some wood. Yeah, these are called action spaces then. So we're going to take one of the workers here. We're going to take this one. And we're going to get 3 wood now. Yes, we want to do that. Keep in mind that an action used cannot be taken again during this round, this turn. So, because I took it, okay, let's talk about that in a second. Let's go ahead and build some fences around the pasture. So I took this now. It has my symbol there, the red one. That means that the blue guy cannot take it this round. He has to wait to round number 2. Let's get some fences and expand or fence in some of our plots there. So we can transfer fences now. So this doesn't mean we got any new fences. It means we can actually place the fences we already have, our 9 fences down. So we need, the way to read this is that in order to put down this fence piece, we need 1 wood, and we can do that 3 times because we have 3 wood. So let's go ahead and drag that. And they suggest to fill this in here, and that's a good idea because we get a free fence here from the cottage itself. That's number 1. That's number 2. And that's number 3. And I'm sure of that, yep. Okay, we have some space for animals, and they offer a fair amount, so grab a pig. Okay. We're going to grab from this area. That's only a pig there, so that means next turn that's going to be a new pig come out there. Okay, a pig has been brought to your farm. As long as you have enough space left, your animals will be distributed automatically. Yeah, see, they put them right here. But keep in mind that they may not always be distributed optimally, and that means we can change them later if we want to. And we can see the remaining space we have here. And the way to read that is we have 2 slots for pigs. We have 1 pig in there. There's 1 more slot available where we can put any kind of animal. So remember we had our cottage can hold 1, so that's this one. And then the pasture we had fenced in gives us 2 slots. Only had 1 pig in there. After all workers have been placed, the breeding phase begins. Normally, your animals will breed, but you need at least 2 animals of the same species for that. We only have 1 pig, so there's not going to be another one. And we have our start player marker, which means we're going to go first again. And then every turn starts with a refill phase. So all these here, these action squares, are going to be refilled. Well, not refilled, they're going to be adding on by the number that's up here next to the plus sign. Buy another pig, please. Okay, let's do that. Alright, we're going to grab this, and they're going to say take this one. We're also going to get a cow out of that. Now you have 2 pigs and a cow. You have enough space, but let's make some more room. Buy a feeding trough and place it on the fenced pasture. Remember, the feeding trough will give us double the number of animals we can have in one pasture. There are still 10 of them available to buy. We get one for free, and if we spend 3 wood, we can get another one, but we don't have any wood, so we're going to get one for free. Feeding troughs double the amount of animals a building or pasture can support, like we said. You can even put a feeding trough on an unfenced pasture to keep at least one animal there. Large pastures may have one feeding trough per pasture space. So go ahead and do that. We'll put it right there. Instead of having 2 out of 2 pigs, we're going to have 2 out of 4. Let's go to the next tutorial. We're going to build a stall. Choose the 2 stone space and end the round. Okay, that's our last here. Round 2, last action. There's 4 stone up there because nobody has taken the stone. Perfect. Now the breeding phase follows. You will gain 1 animal if you have at least 2 of that species. In this case, you'll get another pig. Since you have enough space left, your pig has been automatically placed. That's right, we had a space for 4, we had 2. They're going to add another 3 in there, another one, so it makes 3. Now the breeding phase follows. You will gain 1 animal if you have at least 2 of that species. In this case, you will get another pig. Since you have enough space left, your pig has been automatically placed. Let's build a stall and upgrade it to a stable. We'll need reeds to do that. Yeah, you can see here 3 stone and a reed is required. We don't have any reed. Gain some reeds using the building material space. Okay, that's this one up there. We're going to get 1 wood, 1 stone, and 1 reed. Plus 1 of those 3, yep. Very good. You should now have enough resources to build a stall. You may keep up to 3 animals of the same species in a stall, but then if you have a trough, it doubles. There's a limited number of stalls in each game, well 4 in our case. If all have been placed, this action space will become unavailable. Buy a stall. We're going to take 3 stone and 1 reed. All buildings are surrounded by 4 fences automatically, so you don't have to build the fences for that. You can use this to your advantage when building fenced pastures. Okay, so if we go up and build the stall here, that's the building, we get those 4 fences for free. That means we only have to put 2 more fences down below, and we could have another pasture. Brilliant. You only need 3 more fences, and you'll have an additional big pasture. Well, we'll see what they mean by that. You can build fences out of stones or wood. If you choose the wall space, you even get the first 2 fences for free. Okay? So the walls here, that's where you can get 2 fences for free, and then you have to pay 2 stone to get a 3rd one, which we do have 2 stone there. Okay. Connect your stall with the remaining pastures to get a new fenced pasture. Let's see what they want to do. Oh, they want to fence in this one here, this big area. Let's do that. That's 1. That's 2. And now, spending 2 more stone, which we do have, we put it right there. So that would be considered 1 big pasture, actually. The breeding phase starts now. You get 1 additional pig. Good. 4 out of 4 are maxed out there. Now it's time to get 1 or 2 additional species. Okay. Buy 3 sheep. Wow, okay. Yeah, 3 sheep and a reed, or 3 sheep and a horse. We're going to go for the 3 sheep and a reed, I guess. Very good. You have 3 different animals now. Space is running out, so we best expand our farm. Place a worker on the expand space. The available expansions are limited. If all have been placed, the space only allows for more fences to be transferred into your stock. They're talking about the fact that there's only 4 of these, but you can keep on getting fences. Right now, nobody has taken the fences, these 4 turns, so there's 4 of them up there. So we're going to take that. We can get 4 fences. It's going to be 7 total, and we're also going to expand. You now get additional fences that can be placed with wood or stone, and 1 column with 3 additional pastures to enlarge your farmstead. You can place them on either side, but for now, let's place them on the left side. Okay, we'll grab this one here and put it there. We can get all these here. Excellent. You don't have enough space left for animals to breed in the breeding phase. Buy 1 additional feeding trough and place it on the stall. You will get enough space for 6 animals. So we'll take a look at that, how that works. And that's this here. So 1 free, and then we could buy more if we had enough wood, but we don't. Place it on the stall space. Okay, that's up there. Right now there's room for 3 because we have a stall. A stall gives you 3. Putting a trough means that we're going to have room for 6. It will double. Yep. Now another breeding phase awaits. Yeah, that's what we saw 4 there, actually. Stalls, cottages, and stables can be upgraded depending on the special building. You can always turn a stall into a stable. Remember, stables offer space for up to 5 animals. Stalls is 3, so that's good. And we'll give you an additional score bonus. Yeah, the stable gives you 4 victory points, the stall only 1. Choose the 3 wood space, and that's going to give us what? 12 wood. Not bad. And now the 1 wood and start player space. Okay. That's going to give us 5 wood. Place your last remaining worker on the stable space. You may upgrade as many stalls as you like. Each will cost you 5 wood or stone. Okay, that's here. So it doesn't matter how many you have. You can upgrade all of them as long as you spend enough wood or stone. Either 5 stone or 5 wood. But we only have 1 stall. Let's go ahead and upgrade it. And what's going to happen? Well, we're going to get a stall gives you 5, and then the trough will give you double. That would be 10. 5 out of 10. And here's the breeding phase. A little hint, you can there's more buildings you can buy if you want to. Sometimes you need to move animals around to gain more space. Let me show you how to do that. That's right. Tap on your farm, that's down here. Drag the sheep from the stall to your workers. Okay, the workers being down here. I'm going to take them there. 5, all 5 go down here. They show up here on the left. Okay, so now we have no sheep here. Do the same with the pigs. I guess we'll take these pigs here and move them down here. Now 4 pigs are waiting and 5 sheep. Drag the pigs or the sheep back onto one of the free fields. So we could now rearrange. I could take my 4 pigs and put them up here. It wouldn't be ideal because the sheep wouldn't quite fit here, but maybe I'll take my sheep and put them back where they belong, up there. And that's everything we need to know in order to play Agricola. Well, not exactly everything. Try a few rounds against the AI opponents or against friends before playing ranked games. Well, we'll do that. In fact, what I'll do, next up, I will play a full game of Agricola, all creatures big and small. Join me then with more. Bye. Hey guys, this is Time and Tactics. Thank you very much for watching the video. It sure helps me out a lot. If you'd like, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and or that like, and I will see you in the next video.